I'm back. Salem, New Hampshire, George Potato. Several people. Well, no, no, most allegedly, highly.
All right. It is what it is. Thanks, Ozzy, for taking charge. No one's in here. Huh? Man, it is what it is. Hey, this is Apparently they're surrounding the storage facility on the bottom part, and there's a suspect may be there, but there's no sense of urgency. So I'm doubting. I'm doubting there's anything urgent. We'll see the press conference about to start. Could everyone hear me now? Yeah. Could you guys hear the press conference?
Well, the scene.
Oh shit. Oh, apparently this has been going on for a while. Is this big news? I think it is, right? What's up, Matthew? By the way, how did everyone find out I was live? Did you guys get a notification or what? Tammy got notified. Yeah, no one, 10 people, dude, watching this shit. I was bitching about YouTube earlier. Oh, you just asked? Yeah, see, because you didn't get notified. I'm at. Where is everyone, man? Like, seriously. Like, are people getting notified? What the fuck? The dude earlier wanted to blame it on me. I'm not organized. It's like, dude, what more organized do you want me to be? The last notification on my feed was 3 days ago from here. There you go. YouTube is blocking my channel. It's unfair. They have some fucking piece of shit running this place. That's why. Ruining people's work. Didn't get notified. There you go. No one getting notified. Yeah, my mom sent me this video to go live, and I'm like, dude, no one's gonna get notified. But I went on anyways because just to show that I'm trying. But thanks for sending me it. Pretty big news, Pretty big news going on here. Brown University shooting live updates. Police probing whether suspect is tied to MIT endings. Person of interest identified. All right. Right now, we're looking at a storage facility being surrounded by the police. Kind of a big deal, kind of big news, right? You can't go there? Thank you for listening. Oh, I'm sorry you're still working, Jennifer. Thanks for coming in. You used to deliver in that area, huh? So happy to be part of a amazing community. You guys are awesome, man. Thank you. All right, they blanked out the standoff. I guess they don't think it's important. Let's go, standoff. Let's go, standoff. All right. All right. This is from the standoff. Right there. They're double dipping. That's right. Exactly. You'll have to send me a picture of you in that suit. Damn. By the way, Michelle, everybody who's here, is Michelle still here? Yes, Michelle, you may have noticed that you're not a mod. It's nothing personal. No one's a mod. No one's a mod. No one's a mod. And for the time being, you're probably going to be modded back if you like, but it's nothing personal. No one's a mod. I got complaints that people were being deleted. I know it's not you, but I got to get to the bottom of it. So as a thing, I took off everyone. I'm going to reinstate if you guys want to. So later when I see what's going on. Ozzy, thank you so much for that. Thank you for that super sticker, Ozzy. Yes. Jennifer's not a mod too. I explained to her that it's nothing personal. No one's a mod. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at all my entire list, and reinstate everybody that got banned. And then if they want to come in and here and troll, they'll get rebanned. But if it's a troll.
Might be. As we first reported, 45 minutes ago. That was
Woo. So let's react to this.
So we,
Wow, D Nice made it. Did you all get notified or? All right, I don't know if they got the guy or the whatever. You saw it was on. Did you get notified, D Nice, or nah? Gunna Girl got notified. You guys got notified on YouTube or on Discord? Nice. This video got the one I'm on right now or another one? Because we just started. How could it be a while ago? Telegram for both. Or by the way, folks, there are no more mods. Some people are complaining that they got deleted. I'm gonna get to the bottom of who's doing it or why, and then we'll talk. There's no mods on this channel anymore.
University, and then you're going to be looking at any potential weapons found or discovered tonight in their search at this warehouse. You're going to take that weapon and the shell casings and see if that matches up to the weapon they found on the suspect tonight.
It's probably gonna. The press conference is gonna be so low. Probably I should have done this on OBS.
You're going to be looking at fingerprints. Somewhere on that university, he had to have made entry into that school. So they're going to, they've
That
already
sound is
sized up
weird.
the area of the shooting at Brown U, so they want to make sure that those fingerprints match the deceased, the dead suspect tonight.
I don't know what they're doing. I'm gonna try something here. See if I can. Here we go.
We're awaiting a press conference from officials in Providence, Rhode Island. The Providence Police Department expected to give an update sometime shortly. We got the 20-minute.
Did you guys hear this?
About just a little over 20 minutes ago, but they said it could be a little bit longer than 20 minutes. So we're going to stand pat. We're going to bring you the press conference in full as soon as it begins. Does look like we have our chopper vantage point back. WBZ.
Yeah, that's a barely.
Bird's eye view of this scene in Salem, New Hampshire, and we've got in the top corner of your
I don't know
screen,
why it's so low.
ground view of the exact same location. Obviously, the press conference is what we're watching for in the bottom box on your screen. No telling exactly when that press conference will start, but we expect it to start pretty soon here. Jamie, in a case like this, where one incident is a mass shooting on a college campus and the other is a targeted killing of a professor at his home, are different investigative units likely brought in for each situation?
So you're going to have investigators and homicide investigators from the respective agencies. Here's the other caveat to that. You're going to have the FBI involved. You're going to have the Marshal Service involved with that. The main player in this, because it was acting out with a weapon, you're going to have the Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, ATF, involved for any firearm-related investigation. So they're able to trace weapons and find out who that weapon was presumably sold to. In terms of the 101 police work, I mean, the homicide.
Let me see if I can get to
Providence has already started their investigation, and now they're sharing information with this MIT investigation of the murder professor. So all the above, and then you have the evidence collection. So here's a good question. Dealing with the MIT professor's murder, are there any evidence that were located at that crime scene that can connect back to any of the crime scene at Brown University, i.e. the same type of bullet, the same shell casing? Was it the same type of round fired from the same weapon? So a lot of it's preliminary, but they're looking and analyzing all of the above by all the agents.
A motive is still unclear at this point, but how do investigators evaluate whether the suspect may have had a targeted motive against the MIT professor?
Yeah, data dumped from devices, any ledgers or manifestos that he may have written out.
The manifesto.
Also, we've seen these time after time.
Trying to fix the sound, folks.
Suspects are identified. You'll always have a neighbor or a family member that will come forth and say something along the line. We knew it wasn't right with this guy. Something wasn't right. We heard him talking. He was talking about violent acts, and this stuff needs to be reported before these people act out. So they're going to look at all of the above to come up with a clear motive. And I can almost promise you that you're going to hear something from a family or a neighbor that's going to come out and say, we knew something wasn't right with this person. We just didn't report it. So, they're going to do neighborhood canvasses for additional witnesses at all the crime scenes to include the shooter's neighborhood itself. They want to identify the neighbors, interview those neighbors. They may be an intricate part building a timeline, if you will.
So let's just fill in some of the gaps in the timeline if we can while we await the press conference.
Supposedly I can fix the audio right now. All right, folks. Keep the conversation going. 22 of you here are strong. Let's go.
Timeline between the MIT killing, the
what is up with this?
And the suspect's arrival at the Salem storage facility.
First and foremost, the leaders over in Providence come out many times. Please review your Green video cameras to see if you have anything days leading up to the Brown University shooting. So, what they're looking for, and that would telegraph to me that they're looking that to see if the suspect may have been there casing out the university, right? To show a pattern, to get his timing right so he could potentially enter that school to avoid video cameras. Also, you're going to be looking, and here's something we haven't added, you're going to be looking to build that timeline on videos once they have
Okay, let me see if I can do this.
possession, presumably it's the shooter's car. They're going to look for any red light cameras, any pole cameras that may capture that car going up to the MIT professor's location for that murder to solidify and help build a timeline of this shooter. So you're going to be looking and combing through all of that data, Austin. But, you know, I was talking to a local Fox affiliate yesterday about this case. We watched the 1-hour crime TV shows, and we see those crimes solved within that 60 minutes. And, you know, this is playing out. It's been since Saturday. It's starting to make progress and get solved, but these things take time. It's a lot of work. You have a lot of people doing different tasks.
Okay, Jamie Copenhaver, we appreciate the insight. We are getting movement at the Providence Police Department press conference. Let's listen into what they know. Okay, this is Jamie Copenhaver. We appreciate the insight. We are getting movement. Department press conference. Let's listen into what they know. This is live.
Okay, could you guys hear this? Is it louder? All right, we're gonna get some big news here. Breaking news here, man. We're breaking the internet. We're breaking the internet. There's so tired, man. How many streams did I do today? 17.
Yes, sir. We got everybody.
Good evening, everybody.
What's so good about it?
Tonight, our Providence neighbors can finally breathe. Good evening, everybody. In a minute, Colonel Perez will share the latest details on the investigation. Our Providence neighbors can finally breathe a little easier. Providence for stepping up. In a minute, Colonel Perez will share the latest details on the investigation.
Why am I hearing an echo?
But I want to thank the people of Providence for stepping up and coming together during an extraordinarily difficult time. I know this has been hard on all of us.
Yeah.
Over the past 5 days, minutes have felt like hours. But the people of Providence have done what we're best at. We've leaned on one another, come together and supported one another, and showed the nation what a tight-knit community looks like. It was because of the information provided to us by neighbors and the tireless work of our Providence Police Department, the Rhode Island State Police, the FBI, the ATF, and many other federal partners. The incredible prosecutorial advice and guidance that we received from the Attorney General's office.
You could hear him?
We all worked well together to be able to identify this suspect. I know we will have a lot of questions still, and we will continue to work to get those answers. But it is a great honor for me to turn this over to our Chief of Police, Colonel Oscar Perez, and I will say on behalf of we owe him and every member of the Providence Police Department the deepest debt of gratitude. Colonel?
Well, first and foremost, I want to offer my deepest condolences to the families, the victims. It was for them that this work was put together to make sure that they get the justice that they deserve and to ensure that this person was held accountable. Second thing I'll tell you is that I'm extremely proud of this department, actually the officers, the detectives, the Real-Time Crime Center, the Community Response Team, the Intelligence Division, the Narcotics Division, the Task Force. This past Saturday, as you all know, December 13, Providence Police Department and Brown University Police Department responded to this horrific tragedy at Brown University 184 Hope. Our officers were there within minutes. That same day, Providence Police detectives immediately went to work. Looking for video footage to see who this individual was and who was responsible.
And then what happened?
A person of interest was identified from that video footage. The person of interest was observed on Hope Street turning onto Waterman Street, and that was one of the first videos that we released. At the same time, every federal agency you can think of was reaching out to the Providence Police Department and responded to the capital city. Images were shared with media within hours. Persons of interest it was the same individual that has been the focus of this investigation since the beginning. All the new images that we received of this person of interest were shared with the media continuously over the past 6 days. This critical evidence was collected with the use of public assistance. As the mayor stated, I'm proud to be the chief of police of this city. I'm proud to be a product of this city for the reasons that the mayor stated. The community stepped up. It was all about groundwork, public assistance, interviews of individuals, and good old-fashioned policing. That is the type of police work that every police officer in this nation reminds themselves of, and that many do not understand. And that is critically important and often succeeds where technology alone cannot. We looked at financial records, we looked at video footages, and in the specific incident, it was actually a video that provided us with a description of a vehicle. That was corroborated through a tip that was received to the tip center. That room was packed with detectives, agents receiving calls on a daily basis. We started early and left late. Then Flock and the LPR was able to provide us with this description of this vehicle. That vehicle was picked up by Flock, which led us to a car rental place in Massachusetts. Through that, the agents and their work as well were able to get us footage of this individual, as well as a copy of the agreement, which provided his real name. The video of that subject matched the description of that person of interest that this police department was desperate to put handcuffs on. That individual was identified as Claudio Neves Valenti, date of birth, and he was a 48-year-old man. He was a Brown student. He was a Portuguese national, and his last known address was in Miami, Florida.
Portuguese.
And I will tell you that he took his own life tonight. We have members of the Providence Police Department up in Salem, New Hampshire.
It's not an
And we
American
also have the
citizen,
DCI
right?
Unit.
Or he's saying
Obviously, the FBI
Portuguese
and their evidence
national.
recovery unit is up there. So the process is being
oh shit.
conducted as we speak. And it goes without saying, we thank the efforts again of the Providence Police Department, the Rhode Island State Police, the Rhode Island Attorney General, the FBI, the ATF, HSI, the U.S. Marshals, IRS, DEA, Secret Service, and NCIS. There is no way that we could have done this by ourselves. In this nation, when horrific incidents like this happen, law enforcement steps up. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Colonel. General Arona.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor. You know, I would describe the emotions on the investigative team, including our prosecutors and the agents, detectives from both state police, Providence, as mixed. You know, there is a sense of completeness in terms of the investigation, an investigation that's, if not the hardest, among the handful of hardest investigations that I've ever been involved with. And the sense that we owed those 2 dead Brown students and the 9 injured Brown students and the students who were in that auditorium that weren't injured, and the Brown community and the Providence community results. The teams worked really hard. I think I mentioned that to you almost every night that we met with you. I wish they were all up here with us. That we wouldn't fit here, but it's just was remarkable to see the cooperation between the FBI agents, the ATF agents, the HSI agents, the Providence police detectives, the state police detectives, our prosecutors. And I will say that everybody brought a certain expertise to the table, but it is nevertheless a sad moment when you think about those young people who were hurt, injured, or worse, or two of them are now deceased. You know, to me, this was always going to be an investigation where something was going to break it open. We were going to pull threads. We were going to gather evidence that would lead us in a particular direction. And I will say that if we were with you less than, well, I guess now more than 24 hours ago, we had that picture of that second individual. And I would say within an hour, no more than two, I think it was under an hour, that person came forward to two Providence police officers over on the east side and said he had information, that he was that person and he had information that could help this case. And I remember last night watching his interview, and he blew this case right open. He blew it open. And that's how these cases sometimes go. You can feel like you're not making a lot of progress. You can feel like you're chasing leads and they don't work out. But the team keeps going because, you know, those of us with experience know that you're going to pull a lot of threads and it's not always the first one that's going to get you where you need to go. But when you do crack it, you crack it. And that person led us to the car, which led us to the name, which led us to the photographs of that individual renting the car, which matched the clothing of our shooter here in Providence, that matched the satchel that we see here in Providence. He was found dead with a satchel, with two firearms, and evidence in the car that that matches exactly what we see at the scene here in Providence. And so I know that you and the public have questions about how we got from a place yesterday where all we could share with you was a photograph of someone we wanted to talk to where we got to tonight. And so we got an state arrest warrant for murder today that was signed by a district court judge for this individual. There won't be a prosecution now, of course, but that affidavit is on our website, and you will be able to see more and read more about how this investigation unfolded. I won't get you all the way there because there are some things that happened afterwards which led us to this suspect's body in New Hampshire. But it will, I think, tell you, give you a sense of the work that went into this by the line prosecutors and the line agents and detectives from the agencies that work so well together. So, you know, as I said, it's with mixed emotions. It is unimaginable, the pain that the parents and families of the deceased are feeling tonight and will feel undoubtedly for quite a while. But I hope that by bringing this person to justice, that we can at least give them the beginnings of some measure of closure. And I want to thank you all for your patience with me when I got a little testy with some of you. Those of you who know me from Rhode Island, you know that's my nature. So I really want to thank you for your patience. Thank you.
As has been said several times, the partnership with the FBI was invaluable. And so it's a pleasure to introduce Special Agent in charge of FBI, Ted Cox.
Thank you, Mayor.
Introduce
And good
Special
evening.
Agent in
My name
charge
is
of
Ted Dodd,
FBI.
Special Agent in charge of FBI Boston. We got him. Shortly before 9 o'clock tonight,
We got
the FBI
'em.
SWAT team executed court-authorized search warrants at a storage unit facility in Hampshire Road in Salem, New Hampshire. This is where we located Claudio Neves Valente, the individual who we believe was responsible for the Brown shooting. The latest developments in an intense 5-day manhunt, and as a result of an incredible amount of work dedicated by the law enforcement team standing here before you tonight. Every single agency brought their unique skills and expertise to this investigation. We're motivated by the victims and survivors of this horrific incident. Even though the suspect was found dead tonight, our work is not done. There are many questions that need to be answered. There's a lot of evidence that needs to be processed, and most importantly, the victims and their families deserve special care and consideration. The FBI and our partners across Rhode Island, Massachusetts, and New Hampshire will continue to search for answers for the victims, survivors, and their families to see what motivated this individual to carry out such a senseless act of violence. From the onset of this critical incident, it's been all hands on deck. The FBI deployed approximately 500 special agents, analysts, task force officers, and support personnel to assist our partners in this investigation. In addition to this extra manpower, all our specialty teams were activated, including Evidence Response Team, SWAT, Divert, and Victim Services Response Team, just to name a few. A special thanks to you, the media, as well as to the community. My sincere thanks to Colonel Perez, Colonel Weaver, AG Nerona, Brown University PD, and all of our partners. This was truly a team effort. Thank you.
Thank you. Another critical partner at every step along the way was the ATF. I'd like to introduce Special Agent in Charge of the ATF, Tom Greco.
Good evening. My name is Tom Greco, a Special Agent in Charge of ATF Boston. From the moment 911 reports of the shooting at Brown University came through, there's been an around-the-clock effort to identify the perpetrator and to protect the community. The men and women of ATF, including our special agents, our intelligence research specialists, and our support personnel, have been proud to support and be part of that effort, leveraging our unique experience, dedicated investigators, canine handlers, and crime gun intelligence technology, such as NIBIN, the National Integrated Ballistics Information Network, to compare ballistic evidence, and our other available tools to support the investigation, and to help identify Claudio Neves Valente as the individual that we believe was responsible. ATF's mission, first and foremost, is to protect communities from violent crime. Each individual in this country deserves to live in peace and security in their homes, in their schools, in their places of worship, and in the streets. The actions of Claudio Neves Valente stole that right and terrorized the community. I'd like to emphasize to the public, this was a highly dangerous individual capable of extreme violence. And we're happy to have been part of this investigation and proud to have worked with our partners to identify him and see this through. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Is there a picture of him or anything?
From our first press conference in the fire station to today, Rhode Island Governor Dan McKee has been by Providence's side every step of the way. The city of Providence is incredibly grateful for
These
the
things
governor's
are like
support, the
circle
state
jerks.
police, not just their assistance with the investigation, but in supporting the broader community. It's a pleasure to introduce Governor Dan McKee.
Oh my God.
Thanks, Mayor. And
Did this guy talk already?
Your staff, I feel the same way with the team that you have.
Did this guy talk already?
Able to assist. And as a former mayor, many of here in the audience know that I've been a mayor, some don't. But I empathize and sympathize with the position that you were in.
Are they going to
and
speak
fact
about
that you needed
the
people,
manifesto?
To follow the lead of the Providence.
Or are you
police
asking? They're probably
and to
not.
partner in,
Nothing burger.
with some extraordinary people, whether it's with the FBI or the ATF, and of course our state police as well. From the very beginning, my thoughts as a dad was with the families who suffered from the shooting. The unthinkable happened in our state. The unthinkable happened in Providence. The unthinkable happened at Brown University.
I think we know that, bro.
And we're going to be forever changed. But our commitment from the state level is to continue to support Providence, Brown, and the people of the state of Rhode Island in the recovery that's going to take a great deal
Yeah,
of
it's a
time.
circle jerk. I'm about to
But
turn
I
it
do
off.
say this,
It's driving me nuts.
the professionalism that I saw in the law enforcement should make everyone that lives in our state and beyond our borders feel very safe.
Yeah, no, we would have. I
These
think they
things
would.
happen,
I think they would have
but
felt
it
safer
requires
if
some
it never
professional
happened.
help in law enforcement to bring it to the conclusion that we've been able to bring it to.
Oh my God, this guy
So, Colonel,
talks so
thank you.
slow, man.
Everybody
Jeez.
involved. And again, we will stand with Providence and Brown University and the people of the state of Rhode Island to provide the help that will be needed in the recovery in a trauma like this.
I haven't heard this slow of talking
Thank you,
since
Governor.
The Walking Dead.
Throughout the year, the Rhode Island State Police is an incredible partner to Providence, but during this investigation, their support was invaluable. I introduce Colonel of State Police, Colonel Weaver.
How's it going, guys?
My name is Colonel Darnell Weaver, the Superintendent of the Rhode Island State Police. I want to begin by recognizing the excellent and exceptional efforts of the Providence Police Department and Colonel Oscar Perez. From the very first moments of this investigation, the Providence Police Department has worked collaboratively and relentlessly day and night on this investigation while protecting our capital city. Their detectives followed facts, developed evidence, and pursued every credible lead. Colonel Perez's leadership has been steady and decisive, focused on identifying the person responsible for this tragedy. As always, our troopers stepped up, working shoulder to shoulder with the Providence Police and our local, state, and federal partners. I want to give particular recognition to our detectives whose diligence and dedication contributed to this investigation. Our detectives and division leadership operated as a unified team, sharing intelligence, resources, and expertise. This has truly been an all-hands-on-deck investigation, as virtually every trooper has taken extra shifts to help support the efforts.
Do people that wear their hats like that bother you a little bit? I know it's part of the protocol, but
to be a member of the Rhode Island State Police. This year marks the 100th anniversary of the Rhode Island State Police, and this case stands out among one of the most challenging in our state's history. The sheer volume of digital evidence, the complexity of the investigation, and the intense public interest played an extraordinary demands on everyone involved. Despite that pressure, investigators remain disciplined, methodical, and focused on facts. We are grateful for the assistance of the public, particularly those who shared our information, provided tips, and gave us doorbell camera footage and access to their property. We are also thankful for the ongoing support of Rhode Islanders. We know that you have been with us through this entire investigation. I also want to be very clear about something else.
I just want to be clear about something
Investigations are
else.
grounded in evidence, not speculation or online commentary. The endless barrage of misinformation, disinformation, rumors, leaks, and clickbait were not helpful in this investigation. Distractions and unfounded criticisms do not support this work. They complicate it and threaten to undermine the justice we seek for the victims and the grieving families. Despite these challenges, good police work prevailed, and we have lessons that we can bring forward from these long days ahead. To the Brown University community and the people of Rhode Island, be assured that this case reflects the law enforcement community and what we are capable of, and that we are committed to this state. We will continue to support the victims and the broader community as the healing continues. Thank you.
Thank you, Colonel.
Providence is so proud to be home to Brown University, and we are committed to working together with them in the future as they help heal their community as we do our broader Providence community.
All right, I don't know. I can't with this anymore. Sorry, guys. Yeah, they got him. Maybe I'll have an update. Too many words. Word salad. I can't. Sorry. So my question is, I'm gonna post a poll in the poll area, the post area, and I'm gonna ask, like, moving forward, like, what do you all want to see more of? True crime or celebrity craziness? All right, so I'm gonna post that poll. Make sure to vote on it, so I could hook you guys up with what you want. All right, I'll talk to you later. Nerd out.